Hello and welcome back to opening night. Tonight is our third and final installment of our concert series, hosted here at the Madison-Morgan Cultural Center. We have 3 acts for you tonight, a string quartet and 2 solo performances by Annie Leeth and Andrew Blooms. I think it's going to blow you away. Let's get right to it. How about those strings? And Kevin Day on the piano. The rest of the quartet featured Will Ruff on the viola, Jordi Lara on the cello, and Annie Leeth on the violin. Now I'd like to feature Annie Leeth's original music. She's a very accomplished composer, violinist, and audio engineer producer. Ladies and gentlemen, Annie Leeth.
Tired eyes sinks to the floor. Sad times, can't you just ignore? Disguise thoughts that wear you thin. Realize someone told me skin won't make your problems go away. Next new season, lotion, scrubs, or hairspray. Tired eyes gets up and reads the news. Sad ties, most people are like you. Realize you have a right to choose. Implies that they could take that to the roof to dream about someday. When anxious thoughts don't have to be on replay. And in the end, there are two different ways to cope with how your life has changed.
So, where are you from, and how did you come to land in Athens, Georgia?
I am from Richmond, Virginia, and I came to Athens, Georgia for the music school. I started violin when I was 6 and was going for violin, and my it's like with theater and stuff with all of, like, you find a private teacher that you want to work with, and that was Dr. Heald for me, so that's why I came here.
Nice. Yeah, I feel like we gotta talk about Athens.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's unique. I don't know how many other like music scenes you've been to, but Athens is just a hotbed. There's like literally 10 to 20 shows every weekend night, and probably 5 to 10 every weeknight.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but it's a community that, like, I don't know. I know what Athens is to me. What is that? When you think of the Athens music scene, what does it mean to you?
The Athens music scene to me is like is the most open-minded, experimental scene, because it like I went to most of the shows I went to were at Go Bar, so that's partially why I'm saying that.
R.I.P. Go Bar.
R.I.P. Oh my god, I cried so much when Go Bar left.
I'm gonna cry. After this thing ends, however many independent venues are left. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. Yes.
Save Our Stages.
Can't even start. Yes. SaveOurStages.com. But it's the best place to try something new, because you are not going to be judged, or like no matter how well or not well something goes, someone's always going to come up to you afterwards and be like, that was awesome, which is great. I mean, like sometimes even like you already know how well you did in a thing, and sometimes you just need someone to come up and compliment you. Is that weird?
Maybe you know how well you did, maybe you don't. I mean, I personally,
Yeah.
my whole life, I've struggled with a negative self-talk.
Yeah.
So after a show, especially, you just like, you know everything that you missed, but what you don't know is what it looks like to someone who doesn't see those things the way you do. You know?
You're surrounded by performers. Everyone in the audience is probably also a performer, so they know how to treat you. And in the same way that being an audio engineer and being a live sound engineer is so great there, is because they know how to treat their engineers. They know how to talk to them, and they know how to thank them. Like, I felt so respected there, which is awesome, because I know that that's not how it is in a lot of places.
I wanted to ask you, because I feel like I might have an idea, but I might have no idea at all. How did you, like, come into making the kind of music that you make? And how do you describe it?
I would describe my music as, I mean, it was definitely experimental in the beginning. It was like I didn't know a lot about production, and like being a composition major at UGA was really welcoming in that way, because it was like there were so many like new and interesting sounds that I hadn't heard before, and it was a very welcoming environment for that. It was like they let me be ambient.
fighting and children were dead, but she'd never leave. So sad to see that the place she'd gone to was all in her head. She sailed away and caught a plane back home, somewhere they'd never know. If only she could find a way to see. Bed, a lonely night, a sherbet sky, a dog and a home and a place on the shore, a place they'd never see, content to be away in the silence she once knew before. She sailed away and caught a plane back home, somewhere they'd never know. If only she could find a way to see. She sailed away and caught a plane back home. She sailed just need time to lay down. And when you find a friend, sail away again. Too late to play in time, too lazy to unwind, too sharp to catch the fall, too soon to have it all. I think I've faced some fears. You'd kind of like it here, at least from what I've heard. I think you'd have the nerve. And when your dreams are found, just need time to lay down. And when you find a friend, sail away again. Way again. Way again. Sail away again. Sail away again. Sail away again. Sail away again.
I hope you enjoyed the amazing sounds of Annie Leeth. And now, Andrew Blooms.
All right. This song is called Change.
Years are flying by. Will someone slow them down? Down for me to find the meaning of them all. There's oceans in my mind. I'm drowning in them all. Swimming for the light that shimmers up above. Oh, everything is shifting to shapes that I don't know. Everything is drifting to places I can't go. Everything is spinning out of my control. Everything is changing, but I hope you won't. change. Faces flying by, places come and go, place behind a glass, to be seen but never worn. I face who I can't be, more innocent or young and free. I come to terms with change, with a cold, clumsy embrace. Oh, everything is shifting to places I can't go. Everything is drifting to shapes that I don't know. Everything is spinning out of my control. Everything is changing. I hope you won't. I hope you won't. I hope you won't change. Don't you change.
Where did music start for you?
Music started for me at a very young age. It's kind of funny, but it's sort of an Asian thing to be put on like violin, like by the time you could walk, you know.
Really?
It's kind of funny, but it's pretty common. Like I was playing violin by the time I was 5.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so I played violin from 5 to 10, and then I played clarinet in middle school. So I was like semi-classically trained, but I never really loved that kind of music. I would say then I didn't really like music. It was just kind of you do it to like please your parents. But then, I don't know, somewhere around high school, middle school, I quit clarinet and started playing drums because it was like, I started seeing bands and no one was playing clarinet in the band. So I'm like, this is lame. Clarinet is so lame, man. So I wanted to be in a rock band, and I started playing drums and then started writing songs in high school. And that's when I felt like something came alive for me. It was like, it's sort of a cliche to say that things choose you, but it really, like, I feel like music, it just, there's so many factors that happen that I felt like this kind of passion chose me as much as I chose it. So it just feels a part of who I am. In February and March of this year, I was gearing up for a tour, 2 months of tours, that my friends Zach and Jacob Mallow, us three, were gonna go on this like house show tour that we had booked completely independently. We were gonna go all the way up to Midwest and come back down, and then go to California and end all the way in Vancouver and come back, which was really gonna be really, really fun. So we were actually preparing for that. That was gonna be in April, the whole month of April.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a couple weeks there where I think everyone was trying to figure it out. They were like, I think we can still do it, maybe we can still do it, but it just became very apparent later. It's like, this is such an interesting situation that we've all found ourselves in. Because it's, to say it's been hard, it's kind of like, duh. It's kind of like, I don't really talk about it a lot because it's like, it's hard for everybody. My personal experience, I think I feel very lucky compared to probably what a lot of people who probably had a lot more responsibilities riding on them. I just can't imagine having a family and losing your job, or like those are the really, really heavy hitting situations. Like mine is basically, oh, I'm a little bored. It's just, and I feel silly. It had, the record actually I produced came from the time and space created by the pandemic. So in a lot of ways, I had a really cool time because there's no distractions. I was just literally, for the month of March, my schedule was record music and sleep. I think the one I'm really excited about is a song called Part of Me Knows. This song is basically about, it is sort of cynical, but that's kind of how I am. But it's this feeling of when life is so good and you're young and you have a lot of energy and you feel like the runway is just, it's wide open in front of you. But there's also this feeling of, I know that at some point this is going to get a lot harder. It's just, life is that way. And it was born out of, I was having a movie night with my friends. And it was one of the happiest times. That season of life was just a happy time. It was just like hangs, joy all the time. But there was part of me that was like, there's an end to this. Because life moves on and at some point you grow up. Which doesn't mean that all that stuff has to leave. It's just your responsibilities change. And that was me kind of knowing, because that was my last year in Athens. I kind of knew, and I knew I had to move on to something harder. So I just kind of commemorated that feeling with this song. Just like, man, enjoy this because there will be a time where it's going to be a little harder.
It only gets harder from this point on. Part of me
think it's human nature to kind of distance ourselves from things we don't understand, and we do that by calling people dumb, evil, or whatever. And there's so many degrees of this, but I just, for me personally, have had a harder time coming to concrete decisions about people and people groups based on what they say or like what they believe, because while I have a reason for how I live, these people also do as well, even if I don't understand. I think humility, that's the word that encompasses what would be what you'd call a fruit from this, that would be, I think, is critical for America. I just don't think we're really humble. Like, America is so used to being the leader in everything it does, and then suddenly we're faced with turmoil in this sense. But I don't know, there's so many factors to this, or so many little sections of this, but I think overall is humility.
There's not a street here we didn't drive. I ran out of places for me to hide. No more news, no more surprise. I'm sorry I grew so restless inside. I'm sorry that this wasn't enough. There's so much left for me to touch. Sorry about these dreams I can't ignore, and how they are never on time and never for sure. And now I'm scared as hell to say fell in love as I packed my bags. I'm gonna miss you in LA, but I'll hold on to what we have until my knuckles break. Until my knuckles break. So let me go to California. Let me find all I need to find. 'Cause all that sun can't erase the Georgia. Oh, I'll be back for you in a while. Ain't a street here we didn't drive. There ain't nothing left here for me to find. I'll never know if I don't try. Oh, I'm sorry about all these questions of mine. Scared as hell to say I'll never feel this way again. know we all gotta live our plan, but I sure am praying someone wrote you in. I'm gonna miss you in LA, but I'll be waiting till we meet again. Till then, just know I'll be clinging to the time we're in, until my knuckles break. Until my knuckles break.
And that's it, guys. That's a wrap. That's all 3 of our episodes. I hope you've loved the artists that you've seen. I hope that this music has had a positive effect on you and that you've enjoyed it and that you're going to check out these artists, show them some love, support them on their journeys, and stay safe. And in the words of Lester Holt, take care of yourselves and each other.